Let's get into the question of the day, and I suppose a predictable one, but this is what we need to ask you. Your expectations ahead of President Cyril Ramaphosa's State of the Nation address this evening, 7 o'clock. This is, I suppose, a big one for the President. They always are, the State of the Nation. Basically, the President outlining his plans going forward for the country, but he also does a lot of sort of putting the plans, but then saying a lot more will be revealed. And, you know, at this time, you'll see a lot of analysts coming forward and looking at the previous State of the Nation address, and then, of course, seeing if anything that was promised has been attained. But if you remember correctly, the previous State of the Nation address was way before the pandemic, not way before, actually, a month before we went into a lockdown as a country. And I mean, we were busy looking at photographs. So Sakina was sharing a photograph with me when she was standing there this time last year. Loads of people all around singing, you know, just all together for Sona. No mask, everybody just living life, and now here we are. So very different times we're living in as opposed to when the last one was. But let's get your views. That is our question of the day.
Indeed. Right, at Morning Live SABC, and we're really looking forward to what you are expecting. And as you say, Leanne, this pandemic actually makes this question that would seem pedestrian every other year, you know, it puts it into perspective because of what people have been through. There must be a lot more in terms of expectations. And speaking of Sona, hashtag Lead Us Matamela trending this morning, and this has to do with Sona.
Yeah, all to do with Sona. I mean, that is number one, Lead Us Matamela. That is the one that's taken center stage. People are saying, you know, it just people are asking and putting out their hopes and views for what it is that will be said today, but also, you know, just not such pleasantries being sent to the President through social media, but that is just with the territory as well. People just not happy and I suppose hoping to hear a lot. So we'll sort of park that there because there is a lot being said with regard to Sona.
And a lot that people are expecting the President to say in terms of just trying to reset and get us moving again as a nation. So Sona happening tonight, SABC News, all platforms, and of course SABC2 will be carrying this live from 7 p.m. this evening.
Tito is the next trending topic, and this one is growing, and all on the back of, well, it actually came from two different tweets, but the one has really gotten South Africa speaking. And the one tweet, I think we've got them. Let's put them up quickly.
There we go.
This is the one that's gotten a lot of people hot under the collar, or not. Tito Mboweni comes out yesterday and goes, the majority, not all, of white South Africans seem at face value to still view black people as hewers of wood and drawers of water, equivalent of servants. And this tweet really has gotten a lot of people speaking, and rightfully so. I mean, this is it's a big comment that
because it is Tito saying it as the Minister of Finance, a senior figure in our government, the leadership of this country. And then, of course, as you say, there were quite a few responses to this, and naturally, a comment like that would polarize, and it did.
Very much
You know, white people came out on the one side of this divide, and black people on the other side agreeing with Tito. So that one got quite a bit of traction. And just finally, we are running into news time. Hashtag Prime Media. Prime Media releasing a statement last night that they have released both DJ Fresh and Euphonic from their respective slots.
Yeah, and I mean, this is all after there was a social media storm after a woman alleged that she had been assaulted by both of these men on the same night. So
sexually assaulted.
Yeah, it's still obviously allegations, but the Prime Media are just saying that they cannot find common ground with them, and they have agreed to release both the DJs from their obligations to the broadcaster with immediate effect. So that's why Prime Media.
And the two of them have also released a statement, you know, basically saying the same thing, that they couldn't find common ground with Prime Media, and therefore the two have decided to part ways. So those are your trending topics this morning.